I'm sorry, are you here to see me?
I go here.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
Special Agent Gracie Hart is as tough as nails.
She's got a lot of rage.
And she's completely unpolished. She doesn't look the part.
There's no way on earth that I can make this woman ready in 2 days. She's Dirty Harriet.
But she's about to prove anything is possible.
I have gel in my hair. I haven't slept all night. I'm starved and I'm armed. Don't mess with me. Ooh, Whew. I'm fine.
Get ready.
Gun! Gun! Everybody down!
For the new face of the FBI.
Of course he had a gun. This is Texas. Everybody has a gun. My florist has a gun.
Answer.
Impossible because you don't know the answer.
Nobody could answer that question.
Your Honor, I move to disqualify Ms. Vito as an expert witness.
Can you answer the question?
No, it is a trick question.
Why is it a trick question?
Watch this.
Because Chevy didn't make a 327 in 55. The 327 didn't come out till 62. And it wasn't offered in the Bel Air with a 4-barrel carb till 64. However, in 1964, the correct ignition timing would be 4 degrees before top dead center.
Well, she's acceptable, Your Honor.
Man's got to know his limitations.
In a recent study, this mouse was denied food whenever he failed to find his way through a maze. The mouse ended up dying of low self-esteem. This mouse was given food whether he got through the maze or not, and this fall, he'll be in a lab at Harvard. Low self-esteem can cripple your child's chances of success. The cure? Praise. Praise they can hold in their hands. Certificates, ribbons, and yes, even trophies.
Trophies. So that's the easy answer.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just out playing football right now. And to be honest with you, it's got me thinking about 2 different ideas. The difference between confidence and humility. Now, confidence is something that you can have. I mean, I'm confident that I can throw this football at least 5 yards. But being confident in something cannot be something that causes arrogance, or it should not be, I might say, because if we have confidence in what God is able to do in us, then when we accomplish something good, the credit and the glory and the honor all go to God. It's not something that reflects on me. That's how a measure of humility should exist within a level of confidence. So my confidence is not in me. It's not in my skill. It's not in my intellect. It's not in my creativity. My confidence needs to be that I can be who God made me to be, to do the things that God made me to do. And then in humility, I thank God that He's able to work in me for His good purposes. That's what this life should be about. So once we've got that in our frame of mind, we don't need to fear anything at all. So we want to find confidence, but we want to find it with God's humility. See you at the Heisman. For right now may come from the good book with Moses. Here you've got a fella, he was raised in Pharaoh's household. He's been run out of Egypt. He's been a shepherd on the mountains in the wilderness. And he comes to a burning bush. And God is in that burning bush, and God tells Moses, I want you to go to Egypt. I want you to free my people from Pharaoh. Moses has no confidence. Even though God gave him the task, even though God has had his hand on Moses his entire life, for some reason, Moses thinks God doesn't know what he's talking about. And Moses says, God, I can't do it. I don't have what it takes. God says, Moses, what's that in your hand? Moses said, it's my stick. It's my staff. God said, throw it on the ground. And Moses did, and it becomes a snake. God says, pick it up. Moses does. It becomes his stick again. God says, okay, here's the deal, Moses. You may not think you have what it takes, but your stick does. Because who's really doing this is me, God, not you, Moses. And so take your stick down and I'll use your stick to get the people out of bondage. So Moses goes to Egypt. He puts his stick in the Nile and the Nile turns red. He raises his stick to the skies and the locust comes. He uses his stick to part the Red Sea. He uses his stick to bring water from a rock. Moses doesn't need to be something special. He's got God who can use a stick. And that's why we can have confidence. If we're doing what God calls us to do, we can be confident that God's given us the tools to do it, and God will do it through us. Just don't let the confidence ever be something that makes you think it's you doing it. That's the humility part. The humility says, yes, by the strength, power, wisdom, provision of God, I can do what God has put me here to do. But I won't get uppity, as we say in Lubbock. I will recognize and give all glory, honor, and praise to God for what he's able to do through me. After all, he did wonders with a stick. Happy Wednesday, Wisdom.